UCLA visiting Arizona. They're running. Damon Stoudemire, great idea to stay in school. Will probably be a lottery pick. Dish to Joseph Blair, then Arizona with the D. Reggie Geary, quick hands with the steal. Gets it to Stoudemire. He can pass and he can shoot. Arizona up 4, but back came the Bruins. Tyus Edney. Can't stop him if you can't see him. Feeds it to Ed O'Bannon. Edney had 5 assists. UCLA up 9. Second half, it's O'Bannon once again. Inside, doing the damage. O'Bannon again. The hook shot, not pretty, and he certainly didn't call the glass, but he gets it to go. And then the step back beyond the 3 hits the jumper. He had 21, and Damon Stoudemire could only admire as UCLA wins it by 10. 21 for the elder O'Bannon, 19 for Edney. Poor shooting night for Stoudemire, just 6 of 21 from the floor. Arizona loses for just the 4th time in its last 116 home games. More from the Pac-10. Oregon, Washington State. Oh, she's precious. Isaac Fontaine of the famous Broadway Fontaines with the deep 3. He had 27. Oregon would hang tough. Orlando Williams responding with the 3 of his own. He also had 27, but Washington State pulling away down the stretch. Mark Hendrickson, big finish inside. He had 25, and yeah, doesn't get any more precious than that. A kid and an animal. Everyone upstages. Washington State pulls it off by 5. The upset, Oregon's first Pac-10 loss of the year. 27 for Fontaine, 25 for Hendrickson. The Ducks' 8-game win streak comes to an end. Top-ranked UMass taking on Rhode Island. Al McGuire in town. John Calipari asking him to make an inspirational speech, and it worked. Dana Dingle, look at him on the floor. He makes the pass from his wallet. Marcus Camby stuffs it home. The speech was working. Passing again, Lou Rowe with the lob. 9 points, 9 boards for Rowe. Then he returns the favor back to Camby. 27 for Marcus. And then Camby returns the favor again. Gives it up to Mike Williams. No, he doesn't walk. We didn't see the walk because it was a pretty play, and we're not going to say anything. UMass wins it by 16. Respectable for Rhode Island, considering that they're the dead last team in the A-10. 27 for Camby. UMass has won 11 straight since losing to Kansas.
Smiling at. Guard Brevin Knight, the sophomore, thinks Stanford has the most sensational backcourt in the Pac-10. He had half a dozen assists. This one to Tim Young for the easy jam. Brevin was calling his own number a lot, too. Long range, he had 20. Stanford up 7 at the break. Second half, Knight to his backcourt mate, Deion Cross. Great pump fake, got the hook. And Todd Bozeman pained most of the night before Cal responds. Jelani Gardner, his own dish. Michael Stewart with a slam, a career-high 11. And suddenly Stanford's in the game. The block, 7 of the night for Stewart. George Schultz loves tough defense. But tied at 72 in the final minute. Cross takes over. Stanford scores 6 of the last 7. Their backcourt combines for 42. They killed him at the line. 19 of 22 from the free throw line. 5 of 13 for Cal, who have now lost 5 out of 6, 4 of those in their home floor. Now 12-2 in the season. The Cardinal are off until next Thursday when they travel to Pauley to meet UCLA.
70-55. NC Wilmington at Georgia Tech. Preston McGriff takes a bite out of the pass inside, knows what to do with it. He led Wilmington with 24 points. Would they win this game? No. Matt Harpring, 3 from the corner, gets that to go. And then Travis Best. Sweet drive down the middle, lays it in with the left. Best led everybody with 26. Cincinnati, Darnell Burton. Watch him risk the body as he saves the ball inbounds, gets it to Art Long, who hits the 3. Bearcats on the break then. Curtis Bostic to Burton for the right-hander, and Cincinnati a winner 84-73 in the Great Midwest. BYU, Colorado State, first half winding down. Robbie Reed. The turnaround, is that high percentage? It is now. Hits the 3. Del Monte Johnson then for Colorado State. The strong move to the hole gets the hoop and the foul, and Colorado State wins it by 8. Other scores of note, Southern Cal now.
Seconds first half. Huskies by 3. Donnell Williams to tie it up, and he does. It's 41-all. He had 15. Travis Knight is having a super year for the Huskies. 17 points, 14 boards, 4 blocks. Late in the second half, time and score on the screen. Adrian Grant steals. Griffin steals it. We are now at 2 points. Marshall gets it to go with a skyhook. He had 24. Danny Hurley says, all right, watch this. By Ollie. Overnight, he had 18. It's 83-81 UConn. Still hope for Blaney. After a timeout, Seton Hall not playing back. Marshall finds Ray Allen, who finds the hole. He had 18, and the Huskies improve to 14-0. Last time a long bomb play like that worked for UConn in the Meadowlands. Remember Scotty Burrell to take George, a jumper that allowed the Huskies to beat Clemson and advance to the regional finals of the '90 tournament. UConn meeting Syracuse Monday night on ESPN. Last year, the coaches nearly came to blows. First meeting of the season, Temple and #1 UMass, the Minutemen, 9 wins by 16 or more this year. Jason Ivey, Rick Brunson on the fast break for the lay-in. He had 15. Temple within 1 after being down by as many as 15 in the first half. Lou Rowe took only 6 shots. He hit 4. UMass by a deuce. 7 seconds to go. Camby says, get it out of here. He scored 11, grabbed 8 boards, and he had 8 blocks. 43 for the season for big number 21. Last second shot for Temple that really had no chance of going in, and UMass wins it. Hangs on by 1. They have still yet to lose at home. Last year's fighting words replaced by words of respect. Cheney said UMass is a great ball club, perhaps the best in the country. They know how to win. Didn't know how to beat the zone sweep of the Arizonas. Frieder 0-11 against the Bruins in his career. Look out. Nobody put a body on Quincy Brewer. Toby Bailey makes him pay by not getting back on D. That ignites the Bruins. Bailey had 19. A 9-0 run. Charles O'Bannon. Pretty pass. He, along with Bailey, both had 19. Second half, more Charles all alone with a flush. He had 8 of 12. His brother scored 14, but Charles, the difference, 12 is 19. Coming in half number 2, and UCLA wins easily. Bennett, Mario scored 14 and was disappointed with the effort. Difference in this one, a 20-5 run to start half number 2. Bruins made 9 of 11 during the run, and Frieder said, UCLA just jumped us and we couldn't respond.
Didn't take long. Little pull-up. 14 points for Moten. Not a lot of fanfare. John Wallace here with the foul on Maciek Zielinski. They called it flagrant. That turns out to be a 6-point play. Boeheim doesn't like it. And that's when Michael Lloyd would take over. The 3 with time running down is good. The Q's by 1. Friars have 1 chance. Michael Brown. If he hits it, Dick Vitale buys his books. He doesn't, and he's got to buy his own. Syracuse pulls it out by 1. Orange extending their winning streak to 14 games. Moten registers his 47th straight game in double figures. Pete Gillen and the Friars lose their 3rd straight conference game. Third-ranked North Carolina taking on the Hokies. Dante Calabria in his element when he spots up from deep. As such, there had 5 from beyond the arc, and not so comfortable is Dante when he takes it inside. Rebuked by Sean Good. Tar Heels by 1. Second half, Travis Jackson on the feed from Good. Tech led by 3. Jerry Stackhouse, buckle up for this, please. Oh, are you kidding, Carl? Would you like to replay?
One more time.
Let's see it again. From the dots he takes off, and that's it. Forget it. Let's just go to the score. There's nothing more to show you. Tar Heels win by 11. Stackhouse recovering from his 2 of 13 performance Wednesday to throw down 21 points. Tar Heels improved to 14-1 despite committing 17 turnovers and getting outboarded on the offensive end 25-7. Great Midwest, Cincinnati downs DePaul by 10. Darnell Burton held scoreless in the first half, throws in 16 in the second. 20 points, 14 boards for Art Long, the JUCO transfer. Bearcats still
once in the last 14 years. Less than a minute to go, Mark Bass. St. Joe's on the break. Reggie Townsend fouled, and the hoop counts. He had 11, Worley 21, Allen 28 in the loss. Number 25 will say so long to the top 25. Vandy in Kentucky, Brian Milburn playing some D. The steal. And Milburn ahead of the field, a two-handed flush. Kentucky had 9 turnovers. Still Vandy down 6 at the break. Walter McCarty. Look out, J.J. Lucas over your face. Delk had 24, Prickett 16, and Kentucky wins it. Kansas, Colorado. For the Buffs, Ted Allen. Says Greg Ostertag, I don't care how tall you are. Allen doing a lot of talking, by the way, for a guy who made only 2 of 8 shots. Rafe LaFrentz, Scott Pollard alone in the middle of the lane. Pearson 26, Ostertag 13, Bond 16. As Kansas wins easily. Arkansas, South Carolina, Corliss Williamson ahead of the field on the break. Is he having a good year? Not really. Actually, he only missed 3 shots and scored 22 in this game. He shows his strength down low. He grabbed 8 boards. Thurman, the only other double-digit scorer with 13. Arkansas, a winner. Illinois, Minnesota, Townsend Orr. 1, 2, 3. Everywhere around the circle, he was lighting it up. He had 6 threes. He scored 18. Colander adds 14. Vashawn Leonard adds 11. And Minnesota wins this one 77-66. Other scores, Damon Stoudemire hit 5 of 7 from 3. He scored 23. Arizona shot 70% from the field.
Getting them going early was was this guy, the freshman, Maurice Taylor. Michigan by 5 at the half. Sean Respert, playing with a sore foot, held to 3 points in the first half, but he owned the second half. Look, Fife can't even tackle the guy. Storms by everyone for the hoop and the foul. And Respert did it from outside. Of course, he's the Big Ten scoring leader from 3-point range. Spartans up by 1, and Respert just having a great time sinking the J. 30 points in the second half for Sean. Michigan seniors discuss how are they going to win it down the stretch, but no shot. The ball never got in their hands when they needed it, and Michigan State hangs on for the 2-point victory. With the victory, the Spartans take over first place in the Big Ten. The last time they beat Michigan, Jonathan Haynes. Haynes, a great game, 21 points. Wildcats saw a 17-point lead shrink to just 2. Allen Iverson, he's played just 10 minutes in this game. He had a sore ankle. Nova, too much. Alvin Williams, the save, goes inside to Jason Lawson for the jam. Villanova beating John Thompson's team 66-60. This is the 3rd straight time Villanova has beaten Georgetown now, and that hasn't happened since the years 1947 to 1950. Georgetown guy is Bryant Reeves asking Coach Sutton, what can I do? Well, you can run the floor. Andre Owens with the assist. Cowboys in control in the second, and you could seal your man off in the post, Big Country. Reeves ruled with 28 points. Even more, you can catch the ball in traffic and go up strong. 11 boards as well. And Norm Stewart asking, why don't we have someone like that? 85-70 the final. Foul trouble just killed the Tigers. 7-foot Simeon Haley finished with 4 fouls. His twin brother Sammy fouled out with just 5 points.
Going for his 300th victory. Early in the first half, Dwayne Simpkins on the break. The X-ray hip. Terps with a 21-3 run to open. Meanwhile, the pack shot poorly. Todd Fuller with an air ball. Still in the first half, Keith Booth. Alley-oop to hip. Want to know what a hip dad looks like? That's a hip dad right there. Terps cruising in the second half. Keith Booth misses. Joe Smith there to slam it in for 2 of his 26. Got a tech for rim hanging, and Maryland still wins anyway. 84-67. Terps getting it done with 71% shooting from the floor in that second half. NC State was 6 for 21 from 3-point land. Virginia's 4th straight game against a ranked team, taking on number 22, Georgia Tech. James Forrest would set the tone. Huge block on Harold Dean. Bobby Cremens was getting into it. End of regulation. We're tied at 68. Travis Best trying to penetrate. Blocked by Dean. Swat. We go to overtime. UVA got out early in the OT. Harold Dean, nice move. Give me a little glass. You got it. Cavaliers up 6 in the OT. Georgia Tech comes back. Drew Berry. The steal. And goes in for the layup on the other end. Then off the inbound, there's Barry again. The steal, 2 more quickies. Tech within 3, 78-75. Time running down in OT. Travis Best from the corner. Got it. Tied at 78. Can you say double overtime? Jeff Johnson can't believe it. Second OT. James Forrest gets a loose ball. Off the Best miss, puts it home. And the foul. Tied at 83. Back to UVA. Here we go. Corey Alexander. Huge 3 with 33 seconds left. And it goes. And UVA, fittingly, they hold on to win by 3 in double overtime. Second double OT win in 7 days for the Cavs. They beat Duke 91-88 last Sunday. Forrest 20.
This is worth another look. This is Felipe Lopez. He had 11 points in the first half. Panthers would come back. Andre Aldridge from 3-point range. Then Jason Mayle delivers. Garrick Thomas. Pitt turned a 10-point deficit into a 15-point halftime lead. Second half, Lopez trying to get the Storm back in it. Behind that head pass to Minilan. Johnny's within 8. Forget about it. Pitt ices it. Aldridge to Chris Gant. 94-87 despite 17 points for Lopez in this one. St. John's, who would have thought, dropping a 2-5 in the Big East after their great start. Pitt, their first victory in the conference. They were clutch at the line. They made their last 10 to ice the game. They finished 24 of 28 overall. In Knoxville, 24th ranked Florida